Yo, what's good?
We back with another banger.
Yeah. Welcome to Ground Zero. I'm walling on my phone already.
Yeah, chill
Welcome
out.
to Ground
Let's go.
Zero.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. How y'all doing today?
My day was actually pretty chill.
Mm.
I'm at that stage now in my job where it's like, when you first start a job and you early as hell, like the first like month, you're coming in 30 minutes early type.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm coming in 15 minutes late. But it's like the thing is, all right, the way my job works is not. I'm not in like under extreme pressure to come in on time. If I come
And
in,
you salaried anyway, right?
it's
I'm
not
like
really,
max.
but it don't really matter the type of work we do. Like if I come in at like 10 minutes later, I'll just stay 10 minutes later type shit.
Fact. Catch
And my
them every
manager
minute.
come in, my manager come in like an hour after me anyway, so I'll be chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't got no snitches at your job?
Nah, but for myself, my sake, like for myself, I like to come early. So I'm definitely gonna stop that. Like today, I came in on time because I personally don't like coming in late, regardless. You feel me? Get that work done. So, but yeah, otherwise my day was pretty good though. It was pretty productive. Had some meetings, blah blah blah.
Adult shit.
Yeah, adult stuff. Bought some car parts. So, yeah, that's how my day was.
Yeah.
What about you?
You know,
That
I
boy
can't really,
left,
I can't really work out. I can't really work out too much because it's
Why?
tattoo.
Still hitting you like that?
Yeah, nah, I really can't. Like if I
You can't stretch.
Yeah, I can't stretch it, so it's gonna peel like crazy. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it was pretty chill.
So wait, you haven't worked out at all since?
I
You
have,
better
but
get
like
a leg day in, my boy.
no, I did the leg day, of course. I did the leg
Alright.
day, and I just been doing like jump ropes and like abs and arms,
Okay,
That's
yeah,
about it.
No
No
bench,
chest.
no.
and then like even like it's doing certain morning things, like even doing this is
Yeah,
like OD
aggressive.
Yeah. So, what? My bad. Nah, this is up here. Yeah, how was your day, bro? We got a guest on here, Mars.
Word.
We ain't even introduce you. My fault. Give him the mic.
Word. I'm Mars. You feel me? You can find me on Instagram at Mars Taking Off. My bad. Mars Taking Off on IG. But yeah, I had a nice little chill Friday at work.
It's all good.
Trying, you feel me?
It's
Yeah,
Friday,
man,
man.
it's
You know
Friday.
what I'm
I
saying? But when this
do
drop
too
is gonna be
much.
Sunday, so it's gonna confuse it out a little bit. But hey, yo, it's Friday. We record on Fridays.
Word. Yeah, I ain't do too much. It was a nice little chill Friday. That's
Word.
it. I don't want to get too much
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Shit. Really, today we're gonna be talking about finances. I need to stop cursing so much. My bad. Yeah, man. So you want to start on that?
I guess we could start. Let's talk about our most irresponsible financial decisions. So, what's the worst decision you made
You
with
go
money?
first,
Or the
bro.
most, why you smiling already? You said I'll go first.
Yeah, man. My shit.
Um,
My thing is story.
Alright, I mean, I guess one of the most prominent ones is basically, this is a few years ago. It was my friend's birthday, and she was going to Las Vegas. So, you feel me? But it was like, let me give you some context though. Let me give you some context. It was lit, you feel me? Because the hotels and everything was already paid for. I'm like, yo, it's the homies. Like, I can't pass this up. It's, you feel me? Trip to Vegas for, what was it? I think it was like 3 days or something like that. I don't even remember too well. But yeah, I'm like, you can't pass that up. You feel me? But at the time, I think I was in between jobs. So it was like, I probably just left one job. I think the airport had let me go because of school and stuff like that. So that was that. And, I was just moving off the little bit of bread that I had saved or whatever. And I'm like, I ain't really never celebrate her birthday yet. So I'm like, I want to pop out. I'm young too. So it was just like.
Would you out like 20, 21 around that time?
Around that time, yeah. Yeah, like 20, 21-ish. So, long story short, I think I went there with like $200 to like $250, $300
Can't
max.
even go to the strip club. With
Can't even really, bro. I'm Las Vegas. You can't do nothing with no $300, bro. Like, or $200. I think it was really like $200, bro. Dang, man's just broke then times, bro. Anyway,
$200
but yeah,
like
you feel me?
$20, bro.
You feel me? So went there. Long story short, all we had, all I had like bread for was like, I think we ate. We went there. We ate, bought liquor,
That's like $50.
and then
That's
I went to the
right
club. And then after that, it was slow, my boy. Like we was running on E. Like we had ate the next day. Then after that, we couldn't really do anything else with them. You feel me? It was like a bunch of moves going on. I ran up my credit card crazy, my boy. I just
and
remember.
I'm glad you talked about that
Yeah,
too, because
so
we're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
super careless with the credit card. I was just like, whatever. Like you feel me? I'm in Vegas. I'm gonna just use up all my bread.
Yeah.
Because of pleasure. And it was the same thing with other bro that was with me too. You feel me? But it was just super responsible. I'll never do that again. Like after that, my credit score dropped to like 400 something. I'm like, yo. And but before that, I was at like 6-ish, something like that.
And
like
you're
7.
young too, so like
Yeah.
anything
will drop your joint exponentially, bro. So it's like, yeah, that was the biggest one I could think of right now. Probably got another one, but I'll let y'all take the mic.
Mars could go.
Yeah, cause Myers is smiling. So.
FanDuel.
Oh man.
FanDuel.
He's a fiend.
I can't. I'm addicted to FanDuel, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it's gambling at this, so you gotta be able to take the risk. But if you do a big change of money, that's what you're saying. Like you put too much.
I mean, not at one time. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's probably like over.
Yeah, like progressively.
Yeah.
What happened?
Like you. All right, go ahead.
I don't know, bro. Sports just been crazy lately. I don't want to get too much into sports, but it's them last minute. You feel me? I throw something in last minute. That shit just flip. As soon as I throw something in, bread be going quick.
Yep.
I
And then
be-
off that alone, you like, nah, I gotta make more. I gotta
Exactly.
Make
And you go
so
right back
throw it
in.
back.
You go right back in.
That's how they
Man.
get you. You gotta know when
Yeah.
to take an L
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that
I
I be
learned my
hearing about
lesson,
that.
man.
Like you put $1 in and you get 150, but that's just credits, right? That's just credit on the That's just credit on FanDuel. It's not like real 150,
Word.
right?
Word.
So I feel like that's another way they get you too. You feel me? You think you getting bread, but then it's like not really.
But on the flip side, that
Mm.
shit could work out. My bad. but
Indeed,
you feel me?
you good. Indeed,
It could work out.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But not when you're doing what you doing.
Nah, hell no.
You gotta be tactical with certain stuff.
It'd be more of a pride thing.
Yeah.
It'd be more of a pride thing.
You gotta drop that
'Cause it'd be
ego.
like, damn, I just was hitting all week.
Mm-hmm.
Now you feel me? They getting me back.
That's how people get messed up in the casino because they think like, nah, I got it. I'm on every table, wilding, boom, boom, boom.
Low-key addictive too.
Yeah, because it's like wins. It's like that dopamine effect. You getting straight wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get all them wins. It's like, man, I know a win coming, so I'm gonna just keep playing.
Yeah, you got too cocky. You gotta chill out.
Word.
You gotta know when to pull out sometimes, bro. If you make $200 profit, probably throw another $10 in there, then just call it a night. Like leave from there. You made $200, bro. But if you made, like those them high stakes. You making like 10, 20 bands,
Word.
and then you like, nah, put it all in there.
Word.
Now you out of 20 bands plus the money that you win.
Word.
Nah. You just gotta know when to chill, bro. 10, 20 bands, that's good. Yo, you made 10, 20 bands. Like, go home. Like,
That's not what betters here. That's more money to bet with.
Another thing, I don't be taking my bread out immediately.
oh, nah, pull up.
When I
You
get
gotta
big
pull up.
bread, I don't always. You feel me? I be trying to flip that shit.
Know when to pull out, bro. But, man, my most irresponsible thing, getting 6 credit cards at 18, 19. 6 credit cards and a $10,000 auto loan. Because I had 2 jobs and I was like, I could do this. I had 2 full-time jobs. And then I think like 6 months in on those 2 full-time jobs, I was like, I got 2 jobs, bro.
That boy went to sleep at 10, woke up at 4. He was
Bro, it was. I remember the day I had a breakdown, bro. Like for real. Like I was like, I'm not going to work today. I'm not going to work.
It be like that.
I'm not going to work. I was like, nah, I gotta do something else.
That's crazy. So 6 credit cards. Do you remember what? Do you remember what them credit cards?
So all right, boom. First credit card, easiest credit card, cause I was in college, so I finessed. But I think you could still apply for it. It's the student credit card through Capital One.
Okay.
I think you could still get it, but like even if you're not a college student, I don't remember them asking me like any.
I know what you mean.
But I had got the student credit card. Boom. Then.
I know GameStop was one of them because I remember you had a GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop was one of them. So that's 2. Capital One sent me another credit card. Oh, I think I applied for another credit card and I got it. I was like, yeah, let me take that. So I got 3. Then you know the ones that come in the mail.
How you get caught with that? Like
I
a
took
grandma.
it. I took it. I was down. I was down bad.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I need some bread real quick. Just filled it out.
I feel you
quick.
though. It'd be like that.
It's 4.
At those times, you.
Yeah.
Real quick, I remember opening up new apps and then you send it to your boy like, "Yo, do this so I can get that 10 beans real quick."
We're
Yo.
Dosh.
Yeah.
It was some other stuff too, but Cash App too. Open up a new Cash Apps. Get that quick 5 real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of times people was doing that just to get like some smoke. Like, like come on, bro.
That's
like
so funny because it's so true, bro.
Like, you really just did all that just for $5 just to smoke, bro. You could have just did something real quick. Like, come on, bro.
Listen, at the time, that shit was worth it.
Nah, man.
It was not.
So I'm at
financial
4.
decision.
I said GameStop, 2 Capital Ones, 1
Random
mail thing, a Chase Amazon credit card, and I had one more.
Did you run all these up? You just
Run
had
it
them?
up,
Wow.
bro. Run it up, bro.
Wow.
Run that up.
Wow.
Ran it up, bro. I was in the mall. I was a manager at the time. I was buying people food. Like, yeah.
You think you were?
Yo, I'm like, yeah, yo, we worked hard today. Here. Yo, you want something to eat? Got you. Credit card.
I feel like there was an underlying problem. What were we trying to prove?
I don't know, bro. Like,
That's
I
wild.
was just wilding. And then,
Damn.
then it hit me. I'm like, yo, I can't work 2 jobs. This is impossible. Like,
Yeah.
and at the time too, like, even though I was a manager, I was only making like $14.50 at the one job, and I think Amazon at the time was paying either around the same or a little bit less.
It was 15, no? 13 probably.
It was 13 at that time. Yeah. The warehouse joint.
Yeah, 13.
The overnight.
I remember that.
And they was souping it up too, cause like, oh, if you work overnight, you get extra. I'm like,
Yeah, I remember those days.
Alright.
It was gassing it. But it was like a hot thing back then. But damn.
yeah,
So yeah, you had the worst financial decisions.
bro.
out
And
of
I'm
all
not even
3
gonna
of us.
lie. I'm not gonna say it.
But what? It wasn't what you. Alright.
If I made more conscious decisions
Yeah.
on who I was around. At the time,
you would have been in a better position.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel you.
because it was a lot of survival that didn't, like, if I was by myself,
You would have been better off, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I'd probably been a little bit more responsible. But I appreciate it though, because I learned how
Exactly.
to flip
exactly.
that flip that whole situation.
Lessons learned.
So
That's what it is.
Word.
I guess on that note too, we could talk about like our greatest expenses when it comes to
like
survival.
currently.
Yeah, currently.
Okay.
Because that's a part of, like, I guess, like you mentioned, survival mode. Being able to manage those expenses and figuring out which ones is worth it, which ones aren't, kind of thing. So I guess for me right now, the biggest expense would be them college loans. Honestly, I think, and it's crazy because I'm only paying one of them. It's not even. There's a private bank and then a financial aid.
I still find
And
it
that
crazy
one-
that you got to pay back financial aid.
Yeah, ridiculous. Like, just whatever. Yeah, so the private bank one is like $330 a month. That's like the biggest.
That's a car note.
Yeah, that's excessive, bro. That's the biggest one I got. But that's like I have to pay that. I guess like a want or something that is more like I guess self-caused expense.
Yeah.
Or can't even. What would it be? Can't even really think of anything out of the ordinary that I'm paying like every month, like consistently.
I mean, run it through. You got gym. You got phone bill. You
Right.
got
I got like PlayStation Plus, but I pay the yearly subscription. So I guess what else? Insurance. I can't really. Now that I think about it, it's not really other than like projects that I'm doing on the side, like fixing up my room and stuff like that. Like I've been paying.
But
for
that's
stuff
not.
like
That's
that.
more so like
Exactly. That's investments.
sporadic. Yeah,
It's sporadic.
Yeah, there's investments and sporadic. It's not. It's
really,
more and it's one time too.
Exactly.
Most of the
It's
part.
not an expense, like a fixed expense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I guess I'll mention it if I think of one. But now that I think about it, I don't think I have like a crazy want expense that's really like heavily in my life right now.
Word.
What about you?
Mars.
Crazy. I don't know if it's crazy, but
Mike.
Huh?
Mike.
My bad. I don't know if it's crazy, but weed, I guess.
I remember those days too, bro.
Honestly,
I'm not even gonna lie.
Honestly, as a want, you feel me? That's not really a need, but as a want,
Yeah.
that's my biggest expense.
How much would you say you spend a month on weed? Roughly.
I don't know, 'cause I be stretching my shit.
I feel
It'd be like I
Like
say
a month,
three,
in a month.
300 to 400. It ain't
Three-
nothing too
300 to 400 in a
crazy,
month?
yeah. 300 to 400. They ain't.
Alright, so you was better than me when I was younger.
Or,
When I was younger, it was
I ain't going racks on
nah.
weed.
It was like it
That's
was
ridiculous.
It's like a quarter of a week.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it was like up 600 a month. Yeah,
Shout out to the plug.
Feel me?
Shout out to the plug for the
Yeah.
prices. You feel me? For the prices.
sparking up
'Cause
females.
if I was going to anybody else, it probably really be more than that. But
Yeah,
I feel you.
nah, I was spending that much because yet again, I was trying to spark up females. So yeah, there that go.
What about a need?
Yeah, need
Need.
with like a
my car
expense.
note,
Yeah,
gotta move around.
yeah,
Facts.
yeah. I mean, there's
I be doing a lot,
yeah,
so I gotta have transport.
you want something reliable too.
Yeah.
I respect it. For me, I'll probably say currently, I'm not even gonna lie. Cable and phone bill been wilding lately, and I'm gonna explain why.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you in a company for an extended amount of time, like I'm a brand loyalty type person. Like I like to stay on companies for a long time. But Xfinity, I like for real. Xfinity, I need to know
already
why
know.
my bill is double from when I went down there, bro. Like I started at $99. Why am I damn near at $300 a month? Like for cable, bro. Same thing with Sprint, bro. I started at 75 to 100 a month, somewhere around there. Granted, I added like an iPad. I added like car trackers, and I added my mom's line on it. But like, still, I should not be pushing to like $200-300.
But if you read the fine print,
oh
the
my
fine
God,
print.
here we go.
So the fine print. Nah, I peeped because I was looking up like plans and stuff like that, and I
Yeah.
realized like it goes up every month. Like it's literally a thing.
Oh no, I've been looking at it. I'm
But
like,
that
oh,
like
yeah.
why do they do that though? Like
Yeah.
I think it's every company for
And
real.
it's not like I'm getting better service. You
Yeah.
just now got 5G. Relax.
Yeah, they trying
Like,
to press.
Come on, bro.
Like they'll start you off with like some sort of promotion or whatever
Mhm.
like that, and then after that each month it goes up by like $10-$20.
But is that all
It's
like all
why?
phone
I
companies?
think so. I think so. I don't know.
It's not even like oh yeah, you could go to Sprint got bought by T-Mobile too, so I don't
Yeah,
even it
why
don't
they
even make
even-
sense to go to T-Mobile now.
Mm-hmm.
So
T-Mobile buying everything.
yeah,
But, okay. So I guess off the expenses,
Mhm.
we could talk about like how we kind of try to manage the bread, because
Mhm.
like we all stated, we all have these expenses, and you feel me? It's like how are we managing our day-to-day finances, our monthly finances, in order to compensate for the way that we, for our expenses and stuff like that.
yeah.
So do you have like a method of budgeting that you do, or some way to track your
Shit,
bread?
My lifestyle, I have to, because when you do entrepreneur stuff, you have something in your mind of how much money you should be making through your business monthly or however you want to put it. I'm at a weird time right now that I transitioned out of a, because for the past 2 years I was part owner of a studio, and I did my taxes on that. Well, I did my spreadsheet on that. Last year alone during the pandemic, I made 30,000 off of that, and that's 30,000 off of my bread.
Off
Like
just
that
you,
that might not sound like crazy numbers, like, because people get paid 30,000 a year salary, but that's $30,000 off me.
Exactly.
Just doing
That's
that
why
shit
it's
by
impressive.
myself. Yeah,
Hell yeah, that's impressive, bro. Because that's just you. That's not off another company paying you. Like.
But I took that out of my rotation of like my side hustles, I guess. So I mean, yeah, I lost the expense of like paying rent for that spot, but I also lost the potential of making upwards, but 2,000-3,000 extra a month. So it's like, yeah. Now, how I handle my finances is just keeping stuff simple, like for real. Like I don't overcomplicate groceries. I don't overcomplicate what I'm paying for, as far as like if it's unnecessary bills. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a Netflix, Hulu, whatever other streaming service. I don't need 5 different streaming services if I'm not even home to watch TV. You know what I'm saying? Like just little, even though it's like $10 a month, it adds up.
No, it adds up. You got 4 streaming services for $10 each.
It's $40. Like, come on, bro.
That's gas money.
I go to the gym, but now that I'm doing the whole personal training thing, that's another source of income. So it's a little bit of keeping stuff simple, and also having other side hustles as well. So just finding that balance for real. That's my tactics on it.
And what about, like, just real quick, aside from those tactics, is there like I don't want to say like a software, but a way, something that you use to track your money? You feel me? Like visualize your money that you're spending every month?
So through my bank account, it's Albert.
Okay.
I think it's called Albert, the app.
And that way you could like segment out different sorts of,
it does it for you.
Buckets of money that you're using.
It sounds like we're doing a promotion for them, but
Albert,
like where we need that sponsorship, Albert. But Albert breaks it down by category, like what you spend. Let me actually check right now, because it said, I think last month it said I spent $4,000, and I'm like,
on what?
Where?
I don't even make that much. Like, do I make that much?
Let's see where I'm at. Where you at? Already spent. Yeah. So, come on, bro. I think it's confusing. Spending history. Category. So, top 2 is bills and utilities and groceries and education. Because I'm paying for to get my certifications for personal trainer. Yeah, and my lowest is taxi and car service. I don't know.
But that's fire though. So that's just an example right there. How you can use like technology to sort of leverage the way you manage your bread. Yeah,
you just let Albert log into your bank account and it tracks everything. Now, as far as like business and cash, what I have to do is a spreadsheet and like invoices. You have to every side job you do an invoice, so that you track every single dollar that you make, so that at the end of the year or whenever your tax period is, because you know certain business you might do it quarterly, some people do it yearly, just to like, because if you do it yearly, I know like you gotta pay back like mad bread. So you just put a spreadsheet together,
track
add up everything.
Everything. I feel you.
Everything that you spend money on that goes towards your business, that comes off, and all that. So.
Yeah, that's the whole accounting conversation. So. Yeah. What about you, Mars? What would you say is like the goddamn.
Get right.
Yeah, how do you budget your money? Like, you feel me? How do you, I guess, plan out what you're spending throughout the month until you get your next paycheck, kind of thing?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's probably one of my biggest flaws right now.
That's why we
I
having this
just go.
conversation.
I just go. I don't really
Nah,
manage
man.
my money like that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Getting that structure is probably one of the best things you could do for yourself, because at the end of the day, not even put. Well, yeah, that, and also having a purpose with your money too, like having intentions on where your money is going, like minimizing like the frugal spending and everything. Is it frugal? Is it frugal? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, just minimizing that and just like. No, I said it was a different word. It's like minimize like all the nonsense spending essentially. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like miscellaneous. There you go. And just be a little bit more frugal with your money and making your money work for you too. On top of that, which you put me on with like FanDuel and stuff like that.
I was about to whisper.
Yeah.
FanDuel.
Nah. And then like stocks and stuff too. And, you know, people's going crazy for like over the pandemic with stocks.
I gotta get into all that.
But you got to think long term too, though. With stocks, don't think like, yo, I'm about to make 10 bands off of this. Yeah, you got to like let money sit, be patient, come back a year later, like, oh, get that. But some people let they things sit for years on, for their kids too. But yeah,
I'm working on it though. I'm trying.
It take time.
I'm trying.
It take time.
So you say you just go. I guess one way you could look at it too, like the way I try to budget my bread out is I look at, like we said, all the expenses, all the major expenses, all the miscellaneous expenses. But what I do is try to account for each one. So if I know I gotta buy groceries every month. I know I'm paying for the gym every month, car insurance, phone bill, all that stuff. So I kind of pocket everything into its own category. So you got like transportation. I'll put like, okay, so real quick, what I did to help me like visualize it, because it's good to be able to see like where everything is going. I just made a spreadsheet, and you know, I kind of had fun with it because it was dope. They got templates and shit like that, whatever. But feel me, I did that and just played around with it. You feel me? So it's like buckets for transportation, so personal care, loans, and bills and stuff like that. So there's one like the transportation one, like I was saying, they got like gas, maintenance, and I think that's pretty much it for that. Maybe insurance, car insurance under that. If you got a car note, put the car note under that. Or that could go into loans. When it comes to loans, it's just a term to sort of like encompass everything that you be paying for monthly. Like, for example, like my phone bill will go there. My student loans will go there. Yeah. That's for that. And then you got like entertainment. So you feel me? And this is just like, you gotta, one of the biggest things is sort of projecting what you might do for the month or for that week. So you just sit down and think about it, like, all right, what do I usually spend my bread on every month? What do I usually spend it on every week? What are some of the miscellaneous things that often come up that I see repetitively? You feel me? You just make space for your budget, make space for those expenses within your budget. So I'll think about stuff like that, and then I sort of come up with a certain amount of money that I want to allow myself to spend for the week or the month. So that'll be like pocket money. So I'll set aside like a certain amount of bread, and I'm like, all right, so this is the point of budgeting in the first place. You feel me? You don't want to go over a certain amount. So, you know, you be kind of conservative with it to the point where it's like, all right, I'm willing to spend this much, but I don't really want to spend more than this, because then I'm gonna be kind of down bad, low key. You feel me? You don't want to. What happened?
I was about to say, like, I do that, but it's just not like, I might do it for like a week or 2 weeks or a month.
It's a habit, bro.
Yeah,
it's like working. It's like working out. You start it, and then it's like
I was about to say
you start it again.
Yeah, you just, like you said, it's just being able to stick with it, and it's difficult too, because I still slip up sometimes. Like, you feel me? Sometimes I want to, for me, I got this amount set aside, but it's like, all right, kind of got to take care of this. You feel me? And it's like, sometimes you just got to make sure you don't make the mistake of confusing your wants and your needs, because you'll feel like, yo, I need this, but it's a want. You don't really need this right now. You could wait. So patience is a big, it's a big factor in all of this too. So that's one thing you got to look out for, because I've been doing that a lot lately. When it comes to like fixing up the room or buying car parts, I'm like, I gotta get this. You feel me? But when my thought process, I mean, when it comes to the car in particular, is like winter is coming up, so I want to try to get everything that I need done. You feel me? So I'm gonna spend that little extra bread. If I gotta spend it, I know I'll be okay, kind of thing. So
another way too. I mean, you could really, if you need to fulfill those little pleasure wants or whatever, you could just make more money. Honestly,
exactly.
Like try to make more money.
That too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you know you want to work that little overtime, bro. Them jobs right now, a lot of jobs right now are hiring, and they got time, they got hours, bro. They need. It's the demand right now. Nobody's working. Everybody's home. It's a lot of money
I
out
was
there.
about to say I got a million hustles. That's really what just
Yeah.
keep me going. To be honest.
But the thing too with that is though, because I understand that. You feel me? I understand having like. You could ask anybody. Like I damn near do anything, just to make some bread. You gotta have a purpose with it, because it becomes to a point where it's just like I'll do something and just go spend it. You feel me? Like, man, I'll make this tomorrow. I don't care. Let me go. I'm going to the mall, bro. Boom, boom, boom. And then, why am I going to the mall? I'm not even going out nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like it's a mind game for real.
yeah, for real, man. It's like you want that dopamine effect to feel good in that moment, but it don't. You gotta just discipline yourself to just like, yo, I need to tuck this bread here because this bread needs to go to this, and then that'll give me another return on investment. So you gotta think like that, because we young too, bro. That's another thing too. Like we young, and this is probably the best time to set ourselves up for our 30s.
Yeah.
You know, we got the energy, we kind of got the time for real. So.
You do have the time. It's just to realize it, and
Mm-hmm.
like you were saying, being able to like sit back and look at it. Like once you plan, instead of sort of like just spending your bread willy nilly. You feel me? Once you have like a purpose for your bread, just stuff like that, like, you know, saving with intention, like being able to say, all right, I want this bread to go here, I want this bread to go here, I want this bread to go here, and that way you won't be finding yourself in these holes all the time and stuff like that. So it's a big deal. And another big thing too is like managing, like keeping up with your credit, like making sure your credit is on point.
Oh man,
Because that's like, if you know how to use your credit and keep yourself in good standing, you'll like, it opens you up to a whole different world of finance.
Let's talk
Like,
about it, bro. Let's talk about
you
it,
feel me?
bro.
So I don't know. I feel like credit. I started to really realize like the power of credit, and you know what it means to have good credit, like within the last year or so. Because like now my credit score is booming, and you feel me? You just understanding the little things of, you know, how to boost your credit back up, and why you want to boost your credit back up. You feel me? Like a lot of people don't know, if you keep your credit limit or the amount that you spending within like 30% of your total credit limit, then that'll, you know, it'll incline your credit score to go up faster, because you're not spending as much as you're not spending too much. You feel me? You're not spending a huge amount of your credit.
Yeah.
What you was about to say? I know you had something. I know you got something.
I got sauce for this, man. Listen, first and foremost, in the black community, the community that we grew up in, I promise you, nobody's talking about credit. No, everybody's afraid of credit. Your parents, my parents, my family are immigrants, so I don't want to say that they're not immigrants. they citizens now, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that sounded mad harsh. Yeah. But yo, nobody talking about credit. What is that? Like, what are you talking about? If anything, I had my grandmother and more so my grandmother, like, yo, don't mess with credit. Don't.
Yeah, like it's more so like they're afraid of it.
They're afraid of it, yeah.
Instead of like taking advantage of it, like, exactly. Manhandling your credit.
Exactly. Like, let me tell you something about credit, bro. Like, in America, at least, that's like your reputation on the block, essentially.
On the grand scale.
On the grand scale, that's like your reputation. That's like, if you walk into a bank, what's your credit score? If you try and get a loan or something, what's your credit score? Oh, it's like a 4. that's telling them you're unreliable. You most likely not gonna give us this bread back.
You a little man. Where your big homie
But
at?
nah, I got like 50 bands. What you mean?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you got. You asking me for a loan. You should have just made more bread. Nah, but I needed this loan. But you're not liable enough to give me this money back. So if I walk in there with a 7,
for me, oh yeah,
here
give
you
you
go.
a little bit more.
There you go.
You a little bit more, and your payments are lower too. You feel
And
me?
on top of that, we black, so we walking in these
Exactly.
banks.
Exactly.
As much as we want to say we try not to. Yeah, you off rip. We already profiled in this, like, man, his credit score probably low.
Yeah.
Whatever. We already judged, so we gotta be on top of that. We like, I'll try to grab anybody that's like 18 to 23, 24. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can still fix your credit score at any age, but like, start young, because I know what I did when I was 18.
Exactly.
Because it's just like, it's as soon as you turn 18, you got credit cards coming in your mail. Crazy.
It's crazy. It's like they setting you up for failure, bro. It's like you gotta really be on your P's and Q's, because it's that easy. Like I said, I was in Vegas. I don't need this, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I need to have fun.
My mother used to just take all the credit card mail that came. She just take it. Hide it.
Yeah.
She's smart, because you know what got happened, yo. And it's crazy because some.
But she could have sat down with you though.
Yeah,
That's true. Instead of being scared of it.
So I mean, I think what we could talk about now is just like how to just go straight up into it, like
What in regards to what?
just starting your credit, like building your credit,
Okay,
and if you need to repair your credit. So like, what I would recommend for like that 18 or whatever, somebody that doesn't have credit, like they didn't do anything to their credit yet, their parents ain't do nothing to their credit yet, because that's another thing too. A lot of parents be.
Yeah, I had something to say on that too. I mean, real quick though, it's just some parents are shitty and they don't know what to do, or they're just irresponsible. Like I know one parent, she like basically used up all her child's credit, and now it's like, damn, you putting her off to a bad start.
Didn't even get a chance.
Didn't even get a chance. You starting off rip on the block with 0. Like that is not the position.
And it's not even your fault.
Yeah, you feel me? It's like you can't even do nothing. So now you gotta
repair it. So, what I would recommend, one credit card, because it's crazy too. I remember when I was 18, I needed a car. I went to the dealer, and he sat me down. He's like, "Yo, let me tell you something. Like, you 18 years old, you don't have any credit history at all. I don't care that you're working. That's cool. You don't got no credit though.
What you about to? Yeah,
you feel me? Like,
can't do nothing with this.
I need to know that you'll be able to consistently pay this car note versus, oh yeah, you make this amount of money, but that doesn't mean you want to spend that money on that car.
Yeah, credit is your merit. Like,
so he was like, get a student credit card or get like a Capital One credit card. So that's why I would start off, get a Capital One credit card.
That's how I started off.
No ads. That's not an ad, but it's one of the easiest credit cards to get without getting like because you get a hard inquiry. Like when you apply for things, you get a hard inquiry that brings down your credit score a little bit too. So get you a Capital One. 9 times out of 10, if you like starting out, they'll apply approve you, but you have to have a source of income too. Please, like
don't go in there with no bread.
No bread. Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
Because how you gonna pay them back?
Yeah,
simple as that.
Not
like,
gonna happen. And
don't do it if you using unemployment either. Just saying. I had somebody tell me like,
hey,
yeah,
man.
I that's not income, that's welfare.
People do whatever it takes.
That's not income, that's welfare. So, have you a pretty decent job? Apply for that Capital One credit card if you don't have any credit history.
You could also I forgot, I'm blanking on the name of the credit card, but like basically you put the bread in.
That's a secure. I'm gonna get into that.
So
with the secure credit card, you could also go that route. I probably would go that route personally because you have a more chance of getting approved than an unsecured credit card. Like you're putting your own money into it. I forgot to look up what exactly are the differences. I think it's something to do with the interest rates.
What, with the secured and unsecured?
Yeah, between the differences. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I look at the secured credit card as like a savings. And don't this is just how I think about it. I'm not recommending other people to think that way. You're more liable to want to put your bread back instead of, because an unsecured credit card, that's somebody else's money. The secure credit card, that's your money. So you will want to put that money back. You know, it's like paying yourself essentially, and it's helping your credit score. So, and with the unsecured credit card, they start you off whatever credit limit. I don't know, like usually 300, something like that.
Yeah, it's usually 3. I think my first one was 300.
Yeah,
and then it went up from there.
So like, but with the secure credit card, you could kind of set your own limit too. So like, if you got $1,000 sitting around,
drop it in
you
there.
could put it in there. And some credit cards give you, they'll not match you, but they'll add something to it. Like I got a Discover secure credit card. They added an extra 100. So is that, nah.
It's a lot of ways, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ways to leverage your credit.
I think after 6 months to a year of consistently paying it off, for the people that's new to credit, you'll have a stronger credit history. Like we see your patterns. Like, oh, you pay it on time, you pay it early, you pay it off. Cool, bet. Now you can get into like, see with credit, they'll increase your limit too. So like, I think after 5 months of consistent paying it off, they'll raise it.
But it still does depend on your income too.
Yeah, it depends on your income too as well, because they do an income check. But
That works the same for a secure credit card.
with the secure credit card,
I think that's entirely based on the amount of money that you put in there, though, isn't it? I don't think
so. With the secure credit card, with Discover, I don't know about any other at the top of my head right now. But with Discover, I'm lying. They Capital One does it, but Discover, what they do is that if you're consistent, I think up to like 6 months or so, they'll give you your money back, turn it into an unsecured credit card, and then that's when that
so
it does its
like
own
a transition.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
But where was I? So like after because they'll raise your credit score, their credit limit. It's like their way of making you trying to spend more money, but you got to be more disciplined and just like keep it. And sooner or later you could start inquiring on like, little stuff. If you went to college too, and you start paying back your student loans, that's on your credit. Car.
Also, don't be afraid to open up credit cards too, because it's not always a bad thing. Like I used to be super afraid of opening up multiple credit cards, but it's honestly, it all comes down to being disciplined in the way you're using the credit card. Like, just honestly, just pay it off as soon. Don't spend it unless you know you got it to pay it back. Kind of thing. You feel me? Because in the long run, it's really just gonna boost your credit. As long as you manage it correctly, it's really just management.
Yeah, because one of the main factors of credit too is the amount that you have, like amount of credit you have, like the more more your credit limit is or whatever it is, your points are higher, like your credit score is higher essentially.
And that's why it's like the more you have, that's why you want to keep it within a certain range.
That 30%. Yeah. See, now with the 30%, I agree, but the way I do my credit. So what I do with my credit is, because now currently, what I did is I have 2 secure credit cards because I wanted to control how much. And this took a little bit of saving and pre-planning. I wanted to see how much I was currently spending on bills, right? So on an average, my bills was like somewhere around 500 to 700, but 5. So I was like, all right, let me save up quick 6 because Capital One gave me that extra 100, so that put my credit limit to 7. Now, what I did then, when I got the credit card, I put all my bills on there. That allows credit cards or allows automatic payments on credit cards. I put every single bill that I know I'm going to have to pay off every month.
Right. So off rip, you boosting your credit just so taking care of your your monthly like
Exactly.
livelihood type
Thinking
bills.
about it.
Exactly, because
Exactly.
it gotta get taken care of.
Exactly. Like these are bills that I have to pay every month. So
Mhm.
just put it on your credit card. You don't have
Mhm.
to worry about. Ah, damn! I forgot.
Mhm.
I forgot.
It's gonna
this
get
it.
paid.
Yeah, it's gonna get paid.
Mhm.
Put it on your credit card. Make sure you pay it off before the statement date. That's a big
Mhm.
one. Make sure you pay it off before your statement date.
Mhm.
Not the. You can pay it off when like there's a payment date,
Yeah.
but that statement date
Yeah.
is the most
It's
important
the
one.
most, yeah, because that's when they really get you. I mean,
Yeah, that's when they
That's
report
the-
it to the credit bureau,
yeah.
and then that's when point go up or down
yeah.
or stays.
Mhm.
So, um, yeah, that's my tactics.
Mhm.
And then I opened a second credit card just to add more credit to my account,
Yeah.
like so it could boost my credit score up, and that boosted it up like 50 points.
Yeah, see, he beasting right now. I just
Yeah.
got one piece.
Yeah.
So I just got one credit card. I'm moving with that. I put most of my bills on there, but I do
Mhm.
wanna. I'm gonna open up another one, for the same reason. So I could just put everything on one, have all the bills run through that, and then, feel me, have another one to just boost the credit a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot when it comes to credit too, and you gotta understand a little bit about interest rates too, and
Oh yeah.
when it comes to taking out loans, like being able to not really read but understand inflation to some degree, because you have to take into account like how the market or how the economy is doing in general, so you can know, all right, when might be the best time to take out a loan so that you're paying back a certain amount of an interest rate, things of that nature. Like all these little things matter. You feel me? Once you understand, it's really just about knowing, like having the knowledge. Because once you understand, like, all right, if I know the interest rates might be going up because such and such is going on in the economy, you could be like, all right, I'll invest now, or I'll save my money now, or I'll buy it now, or things like that. So that's a big one too. But I guess on that note, we could like sort of transition into how to, sort of develop wealth in in a way, like investing. So for me, I feel like investing is a big way to start developing or generating like
Residual income.
Residual income. You feel me? It sort of grows your bread exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
Once you know what you're doing, it's a lot of different ways to invest. You could invest in yourself, invest in obviously stocks, other people. It comes in many different shapes and sizes, but I recommend everybody getting into stocks in some shape or form. Like it could be the smallest amounts. You don't have to be throwing hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just about getting in there, because that's like when you really start dabbling into real bread, and you start seeing real returns. So I say, you feel me, just start off throwing in like set like $20 aside a week, if you feel me, just a week. Or you could do it depends on your income, you feel me, the amount of bread that you're making. You could sort of plan that out, establish how much bread you want, because the more money you put in, it's the more money you're getting back. It's exponentially more money you're getting back if you put in more bread. So
yeah, the thing with stocks is that try to invest in things that you spend money in already, like because when you buy a stock for full price, you own that company. Essentially, you're a part owner.
That's what it is. You own a piece of the company.
So if you in Nike every day, buy a stock in Nike, why not? Like,
because then you could have Nike pay for your sneakers.
Exactly.
Like, you feel me?
And another way too is like same thing with credit. We could go back credit for 1 second. Like if you in Nike all the time, get a credit card from Nike, or whatever store that you in all the time, get a credit card from there. There's bonus stuff that you get from it. If you travel all the time,
get a credit card.
Get a travel credit card. You could get free flights, free rentals, free like this is how people in America move. Like
it's just understanding these perks. And a lot of people, like you said, they're afraid of it. So they don't even see this other world of maneuvering through you feel me?
Exactly. A lot of things is off credit. When you get into the entrepreneur lifestyle and business, people leverage the hell out of their business credit, bro. Like because the business credit world is a whole nother ball game. Like the amount of credit that you, 100,000, like
Easy.
it's crazy.
Easy. How we looking on time?
50. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I had another point to make on investments too. Damn, shit kind of slipped me. You were talking about what was the point you just made? Investing.
Investing in like your and companies that you're interested in. Yeah.
Damn, I'm blanking out right now. I'm blanking out. But yeah, it's a lot of different ways to invest. I mean, oh yeah, a good way to invest or start investing is investing in ETFs.
Yeah.
So those are like buckets of companies where it sort of reduces the risk that you're taking when you invest. So instead of just putting all your eggs in one basket, you sort of putting your eggs in multiple baskets, one bigger basket.
Yeah.
So let's say like an ETF, one ETF might have Apple, Google, some other like Amazon in there. You feel me? You buy one of those, you buy one whole one of those. If one does bad, the other two might be doing well. So you're not losing all of your bread. You just, you feel me? It's less risk.
Yeah.
Less risk ultimately. So
especially like with the banks too. Like banks are under some ETFs. You could get into that.
Then you got NFTs. That's a whole nother world. So I ain't even really dig into that too much yet.
I'm still learning
But it's fire though. The concept like buying digital art, it's fire. So once you really dig into that, it's people making bank off that right now. NFTs is up, and then you got crypto stuff like that. But all it takes is understanding how all of these things work
and do some education and research, bro. Like grab some books. This book right here, Financially Forward, Alexa Von Tobel. This what helped me understand how to like finesse my credit essentially. But there's stuff on YouTube. There's people out there on YouTube like I don't know if you guys know Wall Street Trapper.
Wall Street Trapping?
Trapper.
Nah.
Yeah, look him up. He's tough. Him 500. Even some other people like he did like a playoff like Fortune 500. But just like him 500. These are all black people too. Even like certain people like Mike Rashid, like that. I know he's more into fitness and stuff like that, but like
they know
about their money.
Yeah,
like,
they all know the game.
So yeah, definitely educate yourself. Like it takes time, obviously, but it's worth it. It's a great payoff.
I feel like that's where it starts ultimately, and that's why we doing these these shows, having these conversations to sort of start the conversation. And it's not gonna be the last conversation we have on finance.
Oh no,
it's so much more to talk about. But just to start it off and for me, really put it out there in the air. Like especially the big thing too is when it comes to our community, it's not spoken about a lot
at all.
Yeah, and we really need to bring it to the forefront. Like this is how you put yourself in better positions, and it just trickles down. For me, it becomes a snowball. Now everybody start just taking it into account more, like you feel me. Especially starts with the little kids too, because sometimes they'll go home and tell their parents about something that their parents never even knew about, and it's like now they thinking about you do this with my money, do this with my money. Like even my mom just now we about to start like some sort of investment fund for my sister, just so she can have that for college or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that's
in
tough.
the future. So it's really about the knowledge, like you said. Get a book, read the book.
Yeah,
feel me?
Get multiple books. Mars, when was just real quick? When were you taught about credit? If you were, you wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's why we having this conversation.
We having these conversations. How many people you think you're not even that younger than us, but like I'm just saying, like you know our area and our crowd. Like how much people do you think actually sit down and think like, yo, I gotta check out my credit score? You feel me? Like it's a small percentage that probably got Credit Karma on their phone right now.
Word.
You feel me? Everybody just on social media, right? So like, we need to have these conversations. Like
social credit. That social credit got to be at 800 at all times.
Yeah, I think the last topic I just want to get into real quick is just like, how to make money, even if you're not even an entrepreneur. Like how to make money if you are an entrepreneur, and if you're not an
That's a
entrepreneur.
good one.
You
That's a
feel
good
me?
one.
So like,
Let's talk about
real
it.
quick, it's just like in the age of social media, you just see all these people doing these entrepreneur posts. I really stopped doing that because I know most of the people that follow me aren't about business.
They can't relate to that.
They can't relate to that. So
They
it's
can't
just
relate
like,
to
why you keep posting about this stuff? Like I don't care about this stuff. It's unrelatable to me. But that's a whole nother topic too. Like just being relatable to your crowd and your consumer. Realize who's your consumer and who's your support or whatever. But yeah, for real, like for the people that's not really entrepreneurs, all I could say is if you didn't go to college for a specific skill like being a doctor, lawyer, whatever, figure like get a job.
It's
simple as that.
It's so many, and it's so many jobs too.
So many jobs.
You feel me? You can't be lazy because a lot of people be like, oh, it's too much work. I ain't got enough time. I mean, it's either that or you figure out some sort of entrepreneur endeavor to embark on, and still you're not gonna have no time because that's the price you got to pay for success. Exactly.
Yeah, be busy or be broke for real. Like, I mean, yo, honestly, I've been in both shoes. Where I didn't really know where I was going as far as entrepreneur. So like, I've been in times where it's like, man, I'm just working. But that's when you figure out what you try new things with that money that you making and figure out what's your purpose. Yeah, use that job for something else. Like, if you got a full-time job, start testing little things. Put a little bread to the side. Like, all right, I like this. Let me try to see what this world is like. Let me study in this world. Let me take that little extra time. You only at work 8 hours a day, hopefully, if you're not working at Amazon. But yeah, you at work 8 hours a day. You probably got a 30-minute to an hour break. You probably could, after you go home, you probably just gonna go on Netflix or on your phone for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Go study something
so
real quick.
time.
Pick up a little skill. Like
it's so much because like that's what I try to. I know we want this to be like a whole nother digression, but like even me when I come home, first of all I'm waking up at 6 and I'm not getting off till 5. So and then I go to the gym. So then I'm not leaving there till like 7. So now by the time I'm coming home it's like 7:30. Yeah. So I got to be precious with my time too because if you working for somebody else the whole day, when do you have time to really make money? Exactly. You're not making money if you working for somebody else.
Exactly. So you got to put in that extra time for yourself too. Like if you really want it. But I mean, some people are just comfortable with working just regular. That's fine too. Yeah. But just there's other ways you could double your money too. Like, hey, do some Uber Eats after work, real quick, 30 minutes to an hour.
Bro, at one point I was doing Instacarts like every weekend. Wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you off week. If you off, if you have the luxury to be off weekends, if you're not working a sporadic schedule, pick up an extra little something, Instacart, something like that.
Like, don't have too much pride not to do it.
Don't do not have kill the ego, kill the pride, bro. That used
to kill me, bro. That pride,
yo.
I used to be like,
because at the end of the day, bro, you getting money.
Exactly.
What?
I know super intelligent people waking up every morning. Not even every morning, but they set the time. And they're like, all right, Instacart in this morning.
Exactly, bro.
That's all it takes. Now you got pocket money. You can use that as pocket money.
Exactly. You want to go get some new sneakers? Yo, I got this Instacart bread. I just want.
And it's crazy how easy it is. Like, you want to buy a PS5? You can make that in a day. Yeah. Doing Uber Eats or whatever the case may be.
Or Uber if you got the luxury to. If you don't have the luxury to, listen, Uber Eats, you get you a bike. Save up for a bike or something. Bike.
Now you working out and you making bread.
Exactly.
Come on, son.
I'm sorry. And they making it easier too. You could walk and do Uber Eats. For real, if you live in a city where like you got 5 fast food restaurants down the street.
Ain't no excuses, bro.
No excuse,
no
bro.
Excuses. It's too much ways to make money.
And also another factor too, if you just in that boat where you want to make more money in general, find a skill, find a trade. If you went in a route that you ain't go to college, or you did go to college but it didn't work out for you, like you're not even using your degree for what you actually, you know what I'm saying?
Look into something else that's interesting to you, or
Exactly.
to some degree, electrician, carpentry.
Yeah. Yep.
You feel me? It's so much. Mechanic. It's so much.
Mechanics.
Good bread.
Good
Yeah,
bread,
get certified
bro.
in take your mechanics
Mhm.
license or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Me, I did personal training. That's what
Mhm.
I'm getting my certifications in. It's mad bread in that.
Mad bread, bro.
Like,
What
the
else
list
we got?
goes on, but like, you feel me? There's skills out there. Electricians are not ever
gonna go up,
They're
ever.
never gonna
Bro,
not have a job.
you need light, my boy.
You need
Like,
light. You got lights on.
You need
Like,
light. So
Elevator. I remember
Mhm.
when we was in high school and career day. That was actually interesting to me. Like,
I
would-
remember that elevator
ele-
technician.
Yo.
Yeah. And they make bank. I think it was like
Yo,
40 to 50
yeah,
an hour. Like,
you start off at 18 as a apprentice.
mm-hmm.
So me, 17 years old, hearing that, I'm like, oh, that's
Mhm.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
But then your thing double, triple. But yeah, bro, like, nah, pick up a trade. Plumbing,
It's so much.
AC, like
HVAC.
HVAC, yeah.
HVAC. I think you could finesse that into either carpenter or electrician. I forgot which one.
Mhm.
Like, you could get both at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I feel like carpentry.
yeah, it was one point in time I actually was trying to get my like HVAC electrician license, but it ain't work out.
I'm definitely working on that electrician's license.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say too much on that, but
But
that's definitely in the works. And then when it comes to entrepreneurs too, is the biggest advice I have for that is just do it. Just do it. Because a lot of the times we thinking about things and you got so many things like entrepreneur people who are creative to some degree.
Mhm.
You know, you got a lot on your mind and you like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. Just do it. Because a lot of times it's like I got so much different projects and stuff that I have in my head, and I'm
Yeah.
like, sometimes I'm like in the middle of like starting one, and it's like, yo, I'm holding myself back because I'm
Yeah.
overthinking. And it's like, yo, if you know you want to do this, just go and do it. Like when I wanted to start renovating my room, I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, just get up and go to Home Depot, because I already know I wanted to do this, and I knew, you know, to some degree where I wanted to start. Just get
Yeah.
up and go to Home Depot. When it comes to my car builds, it's like, yo, you know what angle you want to go at.
Yeah.
You know what you want to get. Go online, order the parts.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just start. Force yourself to start.
For real, cause like y'all know how long I've been doing like anything I've been doing for real. Like
Mhm.
it's literally just a start,
Mhm.
and then figuring it out as you go, and you know, don't be afraid to learn from other people too. Drop
Mhm.
that ego.
Mhm.
You
That's one of my biggest
Yeah.
lessons I learned within the
drop
past
your
like year.
ego, bro.
learn something from everybody.
You could learn something from
Yeah.
everybody, even if you're the type of person that always like showing somebody. Like, you could still learn off of other people all the time. I learn off of people every day.
Mhm.
Like, I learn something new every day. I try to, at least.
Mhm.
Like, it's to a point where it's just like, you just gotta know how to maneuver for real,
Yeah.
and just know how to fine tune certain things too. Like, a lot of people like to start things in entrepreneurship
Mhm.
without knowing who their audience is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's and I feel like that's a whole nother conversation.
whole nother conversation.
Because there's a way that you start a business to some. It's called like what I learned. It's be called a lean startup. There's
Mhm.
steps to it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You don't just give it the whole shebang. You gotta
establish
see.
your target market.
Yeah,
What value that you're bringing to the table.
exactly.
You got to do the actual analysis. So like, you know, going out into the field and asking these people questions, you know, sort of figuring
Mhm.
it out, and then determining who your partners will be, what
Exactly.
your expense is going to be,
Exactly.
where you're going to get what your revenue streams will be, what type of relationship you're going to have with the customers. There's a lot of different steps that you could take, and it's yeah,
It goes on, bro.
it goes on.
But honestly, yeah, like, a lot of people just be starting, like, no shade to nobody, because it
Mhm.
works for some people, but it don't work for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The T-shirt, selling T-shirts.
Legendary.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
classic.
Like, we did that in high school.
Mhm.
We tested. We actually did hats.
Mm-hmm. Hats was fire.
Hats sold out, and then we did sweaters. But like, that whole game of just like putting something on a T-shirt and then
Mhm.
just,
Mhm.
it's gonna sell.
Nah, really.
I
If you
mean,
got
I
no-
could go to Continental and get a T-shirt, bro. I'm not.
Yeah,
Why?
why am I buying it
Why
from
am I
you?
buying this T-shirt?
You feel
What's
me?
the significance
Yeah.
behind this T-shirt? You're not connecting with your audience enough
Exactly.
to make me want to buy this T-shirt.
Exactly.
So a lot of people get frustrated. Like, nah,
Mhm.
people that follow me should support me. You should really think about who you trying to target at, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So that's what any business though.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
Just
of
target.
course.
Just figure out who your target audience is,
Mhm.
and also figure out what is needed out there. I don't think we need
That's
any
the-
more T-shirts,
I
bro.
feel like that's that's a fact. We got
Yeah.
it's so much clothes.
It's so much clothes going on,
Fast
bro.
fashion is crazy right now.
Come on.
Chill out. I do like producing a nice tee though, but like
Nah,
you
if
feel
it's
me?
quality,
but if you
yeah,
if it's quality and you got a reason to do it,
Don't
then
put no print on no
Yeah.
building, bro. I'm not trying
Word.
to cop that, bro.
Word. I'm
Like,
not.
stop, bro. Like,
Nutty.
we get it. You want to be Mr. V-Lone too. No,
I get it.
bro. It's over for that.
Not valid though.
So, like, come on, man.
But yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
like, figure out what is needed in the world. Like,
Oh, yo, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that's like the core of entrepreneurship. By the
Yeah.
way, it's like figuring out what people need and capitalizing on that.
swear, bro. I did originally why I did the candle stuff was just it was honestly just like something I wanted to do because it was something I did growing up, like just making soaps and candles with my mom and stuff. But what I really wanted to do was sell it with a photo book, and also I wanted to test, like, because I'm not even gonna get into like the whole Tao, the way and everything, like Taoism and everything, because it's just about like balance of
Yeah.
your masculinity and your femininity, your yin and your yang. I wanted to really test to see like if people were really in tune with their feminine side.
Feminine side, yeah.
You know what I'm
See
saying?
who really, yeah. That's a good.
All men bought my candles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I was testing it. It worked.
Yeah.
Hey
See?
man, cop up.
I need a refill too soon. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah,
About to cop all three of them things.
yeah,
but
bro.
It's so much more we could talk about. It's so much that I'm sure we probably missed or stepped over too. But like I said, we're gonna have another conversation on this. More than just one more. So,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
finance goes on because
yeah.
you're gonna see our progression in finance and everything.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, until next one. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we already went over time. Like,
Yeah.
we were supposed to stop like 30 minutes ago. Damn,
Nah,
near
but
40
it was
minutes
good
ago.
conversation.
But yeah, it is good. It's good conversation. So regardless,
And-
it's needed.
And I hope y'all learn something from it for real.
Word.
Like, you feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
to at least start, you know, because I messed my credit up bad. I messed my finance game up bad. I was just spending bread just because I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Now
So
I
did I.
restarted, and I'm like, all right, now I know. I move with a purpose with my money, man. I move with intentions with my money. I move with intentions with my credit. I know how to leverage my credit when it comes to like just learning how to finesse as a citizen in America,
Yeah.
essentially, and especially a black man in America. Just learning how to finesse, because most banks, if you're not doing it in person, most banks or whoever you're doing business with, they don't even see your skin color or whatever. They see that credit
bread.
score, bro, and that bread.
What can I get from you?
Exactly.
What can you get?
Numbers. America move off numbers first.
Mm-hmm.
If you got that bag and that credit,
You
yeah,
straight.
you're good, bro.
And a plan too.
And a plan too.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a conversation for another. That's a whole another conversation too, though.
Mhm.
It's in and of itself. So
Yeah. That's about it, though.
but yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this one. We
Yeah,
got
for
more
real.
bangers coming through.
Yeah,
It's just the beginning.
for sure.
We'll catch y'all on the next one though.
All right.